Woohoo!
Yeah. Woohoo! That time. Okay, now I just need to put Pete's picture in. Hold on.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It quite literally is just Lewis. I'm just going to do the same picture.
We need to get him a GameCube mask one of these days.
Yeah.
I can't see it on Twitch.
No, I
Definitely
can't see
live.
it yet.
Definitely live.
I've got like a loading disc on.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You
There's like a
take
10-second
Oh,
delay
no.
as well, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it purple?
It is. There is
Yeah.
a big
Only the
purple
bits
block.
that are supposed to be purple.
Oh, thank God for that.
Sorry.
I can see.
Oh, this
you.
is like the Brady Bunch. It's amazing.
Good night, John boy. Good night, Marielle.
Good night, Mikey Boo Boo.
Isn't that the Waltons?
Potato. Potatoes, bravas.
Can somebody hear us? Can you all hear us? Can you guys? Anybody hear the audio?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Wonderful.
Weird.
Right. Well, shall I hit the button?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Tell me to do it.
Wait, I've got some questions.
You need to change the title. It says episode 49.
Decoy.
We can't do episode 50.
What?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Decoy DW in chat is saying loud and noise whistly.
Loud and noise whistling.
What does that mean?
Noise whistling.
What does that mean, Decoy?
What's happening? It's still not showing up on my Twitch app for some reason, oddly.
No, mine neither.
Dan, did you get a video for the question block?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we sound good.
That's cool. Thank you,
That's
Decoy,
better.
for
It
being a
means he
decoy.
says we sound perfect.
Right.
Cheers.
Oh,
I'm pressing it. Shall I press it? Episode
okay.
50?
Press it. We're
Ready
sounding
for
good.
this?
We're looking good.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's do
boy.
it.
Do it.
Let's go. Mamma mia!
Hello there, and welcome to the Switch Island Podcast, episode 50. My
Hey.
name is
Oh.
Lewis.
Yay!
Sorry, I thought we were
Fuck
doing
it.
something there.
Derail it.
Let me just continue, guys. And today, I'll be joined by 6 absolute guys. It's going to be one of those. First up, his tweets are finger licking good. It's the Colonel. It's Laurie. How you doing?
Howdy. I am honoured for that introduction. Thank you.
That's quite all right. Next up, author, vegan, Geralt lookalike. I can't describe how to describe him. I can't decide how to describe him. Anyway, I think it's time for a Twitter poll. It's Andrew.
Yeah. We have a Twitter poll to figure out how to describe me. I think that's what we need to do.
Do you really want to open yourself up to that?
That's true. Yeah.
Next up, try and catch him if you can. It's impossible. He's like a bar of bloody soap. It's the slippery bugger himself, Ben. How you doing?
I think he's literally frozen. I think you've creased him that much that
Ruined
he's
him.
died off and you've ruined the stream.
Thank you for
He's
that.
back.
You good, Ben? Yeah, you good? You froze up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm all good. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely introduction. Thank you.
Quite all right. Next up, little known fact, he used to run a creperie. He's your granny's favourite because he's so bloody altruistic. It's Dan.
Thank
How you
you.
doing?
mate. Cheers.
It's
Your
not even
granny's
me.
favourite stuck then. That seems to be the one you were like, wasn't happy with that, but now you're happy with that.
Oh,
That's
it's
okay.
it is subject to change. Next up, this is a cast iron truth. He definitely time travelled in Animal Crossing, and he'll deny it because that's just what he's
It's not
like.
true. It's not true.
It is true, mate. That is true.
Go on,
Uh,
finish it.
That's it. That's the end of it.
Oh,
that's
good.
the end of
Okay. Hi, I'm Mike, and I don't time travel.
Told you, tell you it was a lie.
Dodgy.
And last but by no means least, what does he look like? Who can tell? It's the Switch Island's own Scarlet Pimpernel. It's Pete. How you doing, Pete?
That was a lovely introduction. I like that. I didn't know which way you were going to go, but when you were saying as slippery as a bar of soap, I was wondering if that was me, but it was Ben for that one.
Yeah, he's the slipperiest bugger I've ever seen.
Oh, and
Yeah, he does
R.I.P.
look
the crepery. I missed the crepery.
That was a throwback, that wasn't it, Pete?
Nostalgia, yeah.
That
I
pinafore
genuinely
and that
never knew
quiff.
this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Never knew this.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken crepes. Who knew?
What?
With cheese.
With cheese.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you know I used to work in a creperie, Dan?
Did you?
Didn't run one, but I used to work in one.
Oh, did you do
The
the
festival.
actual making?
Oh,
of the
yeah.
crepes?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
No, this
Talk about
pre-made
technique,
shit.
wrist technique at some point. These loose wreaths.
Was it is it an actual shop or was it like a van?
No, it's
No,
actually
we were in a
shop.
van. Oh,
No, we had a shop.
you were one of those guys.
Yeah, we're one of the van crep men. Move us on, Lewis, please, before we start talking about different flavors, lemon and
Yeah,
lemon
okay.
and sugar.
So guys, episode 50. I think that is quite a milestone. Dan, I think you've been the mainstay through the also well done for sticking at it.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thank you, Andrew.
It was a while there where we weren't sure. It was touch and go.
Yeah, it was touch and go. I know, yeah. I stopped breathing at one point and tried to revive me, but yeah, it was okay.
Excellent. What's everyone drinking? Something delicious on this Tuesday night?
I don't know about delicious, but it does the job.
I don't mind a Budweiser.
Right?
Nah.
And Andrew with an entire bottle of wine
Is he just drinking it out the bottle?
on the dark
No,
fruits.
no.
Yeah, dark fruits for me. 2 cans. I know what you guys are like. So I'm waiting for
Yeah.
it.
Got the
Uh,
I've got this Ben,
the,
same as you.
oh, innocent gone. Mangoes on the run.
Why
Jimmy.
don't... So technically
Winning.
on our stream, Ben, you're above Lewis. Why don't you try the old Per Schneider 1-2 with Lewis?
I'll pass it down to you, Lewis. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? I'm going to pass it down.
Right.
Here it comes. Put yours down then. Okay. Here it comes. Ready? There we go. Get that.
Yeah.
Well, you
Come
fucked
on,
that up.
guys.
The two.
That did
Christ.
Come
not
on,
work.
it's not
I don't know what the
hard.
hell you were doing there.
I was
That
going
did
to
not
lift it
work.
up through the
At
picture
all.
there. I don't know.
Ah,
that was
That's,
terrible.
Rubbish.
that's how we mean to go on. Yeah. So I
Eagle Hunter.
sorry, Laurie.
yeah.
What have you got?
Eagle
What's that?
Hunter. Don't forget him.
Is that from your Flavorly?
Aye.
That's a man compensating for something. Eagle
Backstabber.
Hunter.
I know, what a name for a beer, eh? Eagle
Driving 4x4
Hunter.
and drinking Eagle
Made
Hunter.
by the Wild Beer
Massive
Company.
cock.
I drink.
They drink this
I
in the
drink
woods.
massive cock.
I drink massive cock.
There's the show title already. Amazing.
Wow, that's quicker than ever. There's another one.
So guys,
Good.
yeah, let's move this on. We've all described what we're drinking here.
My God.
In the dearth of news, it was announced last week by the BBC Sport Twitter page that we're going to broadcast some Rocket League on the
Yep.
iPlayer.
The boomers were furious.
Did you watch it, Mike? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. I just enjoyed the Twitter comments.
What was I read the main tweet, but then I never bothered reading the comments. I try and avoid comments at all costs because
Oh, good. Well, I mean, usually I'd agree with you, but this was too good to miss. It was just people saying, "Don't give me this shit. Only show me real sports," and then people replying, "What real sports are on at the moment? What are they going to do? Broadcast an empty stadium?"
I
Yeah.
think some of like the Korean leagues are on. I don't know what
crowd
for, but I
drawer.
I know they're on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't know why people have such trouble with like esports. I mean, it's like a form of entertainment. Like I don't see any problem with it. It's these guys who are probably used to going down the pub 3:00 on a Saturday, sticking on vests,
Yeah.
drinking Stella.
Throwing coins.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a
Team
town
gets beat.
There's a pub, I should say, in Liverpool called the Blob, and everyone's got a pub like that where it is just an absolute shithole. Like there's always some fella outside of it smoking, but he doesn't hold a cigarette. He's just, "All right, lad, what are you doing, mate?" And you're like, "Whoa, okay." And I'm so surprised that place shut, even though all the restrictions. I was like, I reckon that place will still live on somehow. You have a lock in, they'll pretend that like the windows that dark, you still can't even see inside. I was like, yeah, they're definitely still drinking in there. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but
There's a pub near where I work actually that says there's a little kind of sign that they've just printed off themselves on A4 paper out the front saying regulars only. Have you ever seen a pub like that? I find that really weird. It's like, what? So I'm not allowed in this pub because I've never been in it before. How do you ever get new customers? This is a shit business plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I've never
Well, I
seen
won't
a
go with that
sign.
either, Dan.
Yeah.
I've never seen a sign that says that. I just kind of walk into the pub and know immediately. Everyone turns.
You get that?
slowly
Do you get that everywhere you go, though, Mike?
everywhere I go. The heads turn, and I just walk
People just
backwards
think,
out.
Especially when you've had a
it's a
shave and they turn
millennial.
around. Who is this fantastic young woman walking in? Like, she's so.
Do you still get ID'd, Mike?
Not for years, but if I shave, maybe. Maybe.
Hmm.
I was ID'd once, and I was buying Nintendo official magazine and a beer, and I was like, it's that magazine's dragged me down.
Were you
Dragged me
12?
way down. Well, up here that's legal age, so it's fine.
What follows? We talk about games.
You can
now.
have the you can have the beer, but you're not old enough to read. So,
Just the pictures. I want the pictures.
Hey, Lewis, how do you feel about the fact that we're all going to be off gallivanting in parks and stuff this weekend, and you're going to be locked down by?
Oh, fine, because when you guys all just crash and burn in your second spike, and we're up here, fine. Well,
You'll be hosting a podcast on your own again. It'll be
Yeah,
like Dan's
exactly,
one. You'll just be on
exactly.
your own.
I'll download Dan's soundboard. Just take voice clips from all you guys, and that'll be fine. So on the point of esports, is there anything you guys would like to see?
Ooh, good question. Wave Race 64. Yeah, I'd have
Wave
that.
Race 64.
Yeah, I'd have that as like an esport competition. No, in jokes aside, I'd like to see some like competitive Overwatch, only because I've never really like made the time to watch it myself. So if it was on terrestrial TV, I think the novelty of it would probably make me watch it.
Do you remember when they were launching Splatoon 2 and like the footage of Splatoon 2 was like a very esportsy kind of plug for the advert? Do you remember they were all grouping round and it was they literally put it in a stadium. I think that's a game that kind of fits really nicely into that. And it's a very Overwatchy, like team-based shooter kind of idea. Those work really well on esports, I think. Splatoon
imagine
being
the,
a good
the
Nintendo one.
the hardcore football fans, if they kick off about Rocket League, which is
Yeah.
football with cars, imagine if it's what they would say about Splatoon 2. Children running around with paint guns. Oh.
I'd be worried
I
about
would
that.
pay to. I'd pay to hear what their thoughts were on that.
Yeah.
I'd pay good money.
I'd go the opposite route. I don't think I'd go for something like Rocket League. I think it's the perfect thing to put on, apart from a sports game, just because it's so intuitive. Anyone who's not into gaming or has no idea about anything, it's easier for them to pick up what's going on in a game of Rocket League than it is for Splatoon or Dota or League or whatever, the bigger esports. So if you're looking to get a wider audience into it at the moment, something like Rocket League is bang on.
Yeah, because with Rocket League, you want to see like the whole pitch, don't you? If you're just watching like Overwatch, you can just see one player at a time, and you can sort of skip between players. But I find that so confusing.
It is confusing, especially if you haven't played the game or you don't know what's going on. I mean, I know I've watched a few pro COD broadcasts, and they have like.
Of course you have.
Of course I have. Heathen.
I forgot the game then. I thought it just meant like fishing of some description. I was like,
Yeah, mate. Oh my god.
Bass Hunter.
Go on, real, you fucker. No, it's they have things like the outline of other players turned on, so even though you're only watching one screen, maybe everyone gets a sense of what's going on. But if you're just average Joe Sunday football who has never picked up a game before, it's really confusing to get into something like that, or League or StarCraft or any of the bigger esports. So Rocket League, FIFA, anything that just has a semblance of, massive air quotes here, real sport is a good place to start.
Mortal Kombat. I'd watch that. That's real
Fighting
sport.
games, yeah, intuitive. Everyone knows what's going on.
I just want to give a quick shout to a little game. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but called Killer Queen Black. I think that would be really good.
Nope.
Come on, you bastards.
Has
We will
Decoy
play it one
DW
day.
asked you to say that? Have I missed that in the chat?
He's just wired me $10 to say that. He's the only person in the world still playing it. Jokes.
So anything else? Any other particular? I mean, you could get a FIFA or NHL hockey. I don't know why I chose NHL out of all the other sports. Decoy did say Rocket League, but rugby.
Yeah, just read that. That's an interesting shout.
Rocket League.
How do you do that though?
It's just Rocket League, isn't it?
Exactly the same, but with different shaped balls.
Basically,
there-
less
Is it American
predictability.
football? One.
Imagine like the effects of the physics on an egg-shaped ball as opposed to the round ball for rugby. Like it's already really difficult to predict where that ball's going to go.
They do a hockey one that has a puck.
They
and
have
it
hockey,
is-
they have
yeah.
basketball. Yeah.
Oh, the basketball's impossible.
That's tough, that one. Yeah, it's really, really tough. I do like FIFA. I think there's been a lot of criticism of FIFA 20.
Yeah.
That's the one we're on, where the mechanics seem to be fucked, and a lot of competitive players don't really enjoy playing it as much. So I think, some of the championships that I've watched in the past are really good. Like the quality is really cool, and the money that EA pump into it, because they've got bucket loads. Why not? Results in like a really decent competition, and the prize funds are like 250 grand. It's like £1 million at some
Crazy.
point, so it's well worth it for people. But yeah, I mean, I'd probably watch a decent FIFA tournament if it was on.
Do they still do FIFA tournaments for FIFA 17? That's the one I'm still currently playing.
On the Switch.
Genuinely on my PlayStation, I was playing it last night.
I was saying FIFA 17 on Switch was basically FIFA like 15, because like
Yeah, it was basically France 98
Yeah,
on the
it was.
N64.
you toe poke it from one corner, it flies into the top corner of the net. It was amazing. Still a good game. I'd play it, but yeah, I mean, I'd watch FIFA any day of the week. I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, I suppose it's like drone racing. That's sickening to watch, but it's quite entertaining for 10 minutes or so.
Pod racing would have been good.
That would have been good.
Would have been.
Would have been amazing. I know. Go figure.
Yeah, well. So there's also been so Ben, this is something you put into the tetanus jab this weekend. We've all got to go and get it. Tetris Grand Prix Animal Crossing skin. Is anyone still playing Tetris 99?
Yes.
Yes is the answer to that.
Yes. Lots of people. But yeah, I play when they bring out these skins to unlock. So they had a Ring Fit Adventure one a couple of weekends ago. And so I just dipped back into it, got my 100 points, unlocked the skin, and now there's an Animal Crossing one. And there was a little preview of it. It actually looks quite cool. It's got all the Animal Crossing music in it and stuff and sound effects. So yeah, worth doing. Great little game, and I still have never come first in it.
It's
Never come
haven't-
first.
No, I've not played it for a while, and I had a dream once. So the highest I've come in actual life is 8th, and I dreamed one night that I was playing, and I came 4th, not first. I came 4th. So my aspirations in Tetris 99 is to come 4th, not first.
I think you've got Martin Luther King beat there, mate. That is a hell of a dream.
Well, I know. I know.
Oh dear.
And with the skins, with the Ring Fit Adventure skin for Tetris, is it just cosmetic, or do you actually use the ring to play? Is there any change in gameplay at all?
Technically,
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. Have you got to finger that ring to drop those blocks?
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, the clarification. No, it doesn't incorporate the ring, as far as I'm aware. It is literally just cosmetics, but yeah, it's cool. Just spices things up a bit.
Did the ring piece speak during it?
Speak. Did it speak?
It was like what's it called? What's this stupid ring called again? Clarence or
Ringy?
something like that. What?
No, it's got a ringy, something like that.
Doesn't start saying like, yeah, 5 more people to go, pump it. That kind of thing.
For instance.
Yeah, for instance.
No.
Clarence. Anyone in the chat, please tell us
Shut up,
exactly what the name
Clarence.
of
What's
that
his
ring is.
What's his name? The ring piece. What's his
Is
name?
It's Ringo or something ring based, isn't
But
it?
we're 100% sure it's not Clarence. I think that's what we're establishing, isn't it? Like, we're guaranteeing it's not Clarence.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, it would have been a good one.
It's just called Ring. According to
No, he's got a name. He was on it.
Oi, ring. You playing it? Come on.
My name's Clarence, guys. Come on. Please use my real name.
henceforth known as Clarence.
Get over here.
That's canon now. Good.
Yeah, okay. There's no.
You're hosting, mate. You're the
There's not really any other.
Come on, Lewis. Hold it together.
So not much more news to discuss, is there? So I think it's time for the sweet releases. Sweet releases. I hope everyone loved that video.
It's good.
So again, never discussed this beforehand, but how are we going to do this? Because last week, Mike, you were on some Turkish website.
No,
Dan,
don't
you were
know.
somewhere else.
No idea.
It was worth it. I think one of us, if one of us has got it, I think go
I-
down.
I have the list in front of me. And so we'd be going up to the 19th of May. So going through on the 13th of the 5th, Island Saver. Sounds like some sort of bus ticket for us.
Do you know who? All right, 10 points to anyone who can tell us who's publishing that game without looking, Lewis. Have a guess.
Nintendo.
No,
Square Enix.
Nat West,
What?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
right. It's that one. It's that one. It's
That's-
the,
the National Westminster Bank. Yeah,
No.
they are releasing
It's
a
that
free-to-play
kid's-
game to teach children how to save money.
Free to play.
Fair play.
So
Fair play to them.
there's microtransactions. Open
Oh.
a Savers account and get 20 gems.
it's backwards microtransaction.
Blast the
Yeah.
trash and save the islands. Brutal. Next up on the 14th to do what Dan would do. Carnage, Battle Arena.
Wait. What are you doing to a colon?
Carnage, Mike. Didn't you hear the man?
Carnage.
Show Clarence some respect.
Also on the 14th, Shmup Collection. Your mission is simple. Fight all enemies and save humanity. No interest. On the 14th
What's it
also.
got in it? Hang on, it's a collection of shoot 'em up
Shmups.
Three shmups.
What shmups has it got?
Mate. Wait, they're all going.
You know, Mike, you've got access to the document
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
We've all got.
do I?
That's a Google
Alright,
Doc.
lazy
It's shared,
bastard.
Mike.
My bad. Sorry, the listeners don't.
I don't apologise.
I love how we just
Listeners
feel like
wanna know
literally
what shmups
dancing.
are in the shmup
Not even
collection.
peeking behind the veil here. We're just pouring it down. Right, Google Docs. Mike.
The password
He's
is
drunk again.
I'm working on it, man. Give me time, Jesus.
Chin chin,
On-
my friend.
Yeah. On the 14th of the 5th, also TTL Man, Ride on the Edge 2, $53.99.
What?
Outrageous.
Ride on the
That's
what?
crazy.
The Edge.
on the edge.
Better be
It's
a
a
good
Breath of the
edge.
Wild sort of price.
Yeah, that's. I have no idea. Like I said before, the first game came out 2 years ago, so I don't know whether justifying even a second game at 54 quid. On the 14th, also Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey.
Mhm.
I remember Abe's Odyssey from like the
PS1.
was it the PS1? Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a few since then and some remasters, but this is like fully 3D. I don't know if open world, but almost looks a bit Bubsy-ish, dare I say.
Mm,
Hmm.
I
Wow.
really feel. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually,
I just don't think it's aged very well as a franchise either. The Abe's Odyssey, the Oddworld stuff, it just doesn't have as much charm as maybe other games that released back then.
Mm.
Like
It was
like
very much
Bubsy.
of its time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Bubsy, yeah.
On the 14th, Cooking Simulator.
God.
Be the best and highly professional cook in the world, or just throw knives everywhere. Sounds.
Now,
Sounds right.
interesting.
This could go one of two ways. Is this like a surgeon simulator or farming simulator? Is it Is it that kind of sim or that kind of sim?
Good question. It looks like imagine Overcooked VR. I don't think it's VR, but that's how I am sort of taking the pictures that are in front of me.
The little tagline's interesting. This is your kitchen. You can do anything here. It's like, well, define what you mean by that.
Right.
Do you want to play
It's
footsie?
more-
You can play footsie in this kitchen.
You can make barbecue chicken and cheese crepes.
Hey.
Ooh.
Pete, love it.
Also on the 14th, Colat, an exploration adventure game with elements of horror inspired by a true event known as a Dyatlov Pass incident. I know what that is. That's based on something. There was a group of hikers in the 1920s. I'm going to say.
Yeah, the Russian hikers. Yeah,
Yeah, and they went missing. Some
yeah.
strange stuff went down.
Is this the one where
Narrated by,
by
Sean
Bean.
Bean. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, God.
could be interesting.
Does
Can
he
anyone
die?
do a Sean Bean accent? Come on,
You can,
come on,
Ben.
Dan.
I'm
Come on, Dan.
going to do it, you bastards. I'm Ned Stark. You just have to say bastard in a northern accent and you're pretty much there.
You
like,
bastard.
I wonder
Yeah,
if he
brilliant.
dies halfway through
I
reading
was
it.
going to say the narrator's got to die, right?
I've got a Sean Bean
Spoilers.
story, by the way. Claim to fame.
Go on
Want
then.
to hear it?
Came to your creperie.
Yeah.
No, he didn't actually. He went into where Soph works in Liverpool. Pete, you probably know this story. And on one of the roads called, I think it's Hope Street, one of the restaurants there. And he tried to bring in his own burger. Bearing in mind this is a restaurant, he was like, "Can I come and eat my burger in there?" And because he was like, "I'm Sean Bean," but Soph turned around and went, "No, sorry, you can't." There's like people eating their own meals that we provide for them and they pay for. And he got really like annoyed and kind of fucked off. That is literally.
Was it a bean burger?
Oh,
No.
you dick.
Oh.
You just stole my joke.
Was it a Sean? But
I've just put that in the chat.
But I don't understand. Where did his burger come from? Did he buy? Is it like a Mackie D's burger that he just was walking around with?
don't know
How
the
did he get a
specifics, Laurie,
burger
mate.
to?
I'm not there to be grilled on it. I just literally know the.
Oh,
Bean.
grilled.
Hey.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I know it's not a full story unless I know the specifics, but I'll find out for you. I'll be
Just
able
go
to
get Sophie.
the
Go,
deets.
go get Sophie. Just
All right.
Keep us on this chat.
Is Lewis going to present more of the podcasts if Dan goes out through libel?
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. It wasn't Sean Bean. It was Sean Penn.
Sean Penn,
It's even worse.
Good point.
Up on the there's a lot of games in the 14th. This is the last one. Is Roulette at £8.9. It's Is this not going to be part of 51 worldwide games?
Probably.
Seems
Hard Cube won't be though.
Nope.
That's for sure.
You just tried to
He's
segue
moving
it.
us on from.
I was
Roulette.
just
Do you want-
trying
do you
to
wanna
move us on a little bit.
Segueing Lewis. But this
Yeah, there's a
game
lot,
won't be.
a lot of shite. Anything on that list that is actually interesting? Any of you?
Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix, rhythm game
You fucking
of
weeb.
some pedigree. It's supposed to be quite good. I think it's published by Sega. Andrew.
It is, yeah, and it's the
come on.
girls are all Sega consoles, aren't they? So there's like a Saturn. They've got like they're dressed as consoles from Sega's past, as far as I understand.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Actually, quite interesting on this one is there is actually a Dreamcast one,
Yeah,
and the deluxe
Oh.
edition comes with her on a pillow, like one of those.
a body pillow.
Yeah,
Oh,
me.
amazing.
that may
down
or
there.
may
You know
not
one
be
of those
fake
pillows?
news.
Andrew's in.
this is our regular weeb segment for everyone that's just tuning in.
I take like the statue or something, but the body pillow is just a bit much for me.
Yeah, no, it's pulling your leg, pulling something.
All right, Pete.
There is one more game though that's coming out slightly beyond this. I think it's coming out on the 21st,
Here he
Yeah.
goes.
and that just got announced today for the Switch. What, the Golf?
Mm.
Hey.
Anyone played that on Apple Arcade?
That was
No.
that was quite popular. That was one of the big games on Apple Arcade, right?
It was, yeah. It's supposed to be really good, really funny, silly little golf game.
It's probably
Quite-
£30
quite
on
a
the
lot of
eShop.
I reckon it'll be
£13.49.
to £15. There we go. 13.49. Perfect.
Oh, down initially from £17.99. That classic Switch price. It looks a little bit like there was a Adult Swim game, the Pool Panic. Is it called? It
Yeah,
looks a
yeah.
little bit like that,
It does.
kind of.
The Apple
Big
Arcade
shot in the chat saying the silliness of some levels threw me off, but I loved it. So he's obviously played it on Apple Arcade, I'm assuming.
Good man.
Good shit.
Do the Apple Arcade games, do they cycle out, or does it just grow ever and ever larger every month?
They seem to keep some in, but I'm sure they do cycle some out. But like the bigger ones, like I think Choo Choo Rocket Universe has stayed in the whole way, but some stuff seems to have left.
What about this game, this golf game?
I have no idea because I don't subscribe anymore.
Oh, come on, Andrew.
You're really gunning for answers tonight, Laurie. You're like, yeah, I want a fact.
Need to know. Well, I'm just thinking that I haven't ever played the Apple Arcade, so I could play that game for free, or I could pay it £14, play it on my Switch.
You're still paying a £5 a month for Apple Arcade. Oh, you get a free trial.
A free sample.
Yeah.
Come on. Give me some credit.
For a free sample was 2.5 minutes to exit the dungeon before I turned it off.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not going to play it on my
Fuck playing
phone.
games on your phone.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it. I don't care how much it
Crap.
costs.
that's going to date well, Lewis. Carry on.
Right, anything else? Anything from anyone? Anything at all?
Only one thing.
Okay,
Some shit games there, some good games. One good game that came out last week that we're going to talk more about is Lonely Mountains Downhill.
Chin chin.
And we have got a few codes to give away for that particular game. haven't we, Lewis?
Hooray!
Should we give one away now?
Let's give one away. We've got
That sounds
24
like a good
minutes
idea.
now, so I feel like
Well,
we
the
should do-
chat is popping off.
All right, listen up,
Yes.
you reprobates.
How are we
This is what
doing
you're
it?
here
Or
for.
Right.
can I get the question thing out?
Yeah, that's a good shout, Dan.
Oh,
Just
mate.
yeah. And,
Just as if we planned
and the
this.
first person to put the right answer in the chat will get a code for Lonely Mountains Downhill.
So just to
Nice.
precursor this for everyone, so this is the Elite Trivia series that we go through every week, a Nintendo Elite Trivia. From who was it from, guys? First one?
Michael
Wyclef
Jean.
Jean.
Wyclef Jean, Matthew Jean, and
Matthew
that's
Jean.
Wyclef Jean's cheaper brother who still lives at home. Okay, so Ben, pick a section, mate. It's on either consoles or we can go to like the quick fire round, or just give me a console.
Let's keep it simple and let's go Switch.
Ooh, man of taste. Okay, 1 to 30, please. Any?
16.
Don't all jump in. 16. Ooh,
Ready, chat.
Toadette, a new playable character in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, can transform into Peachette by using what item? Lewis has gone. Toadette, a new playable
Nice.
character in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, can transform into Peachette by using what item? I'm looking
You know,
at
in
the
the
chat.
chat.
They're gonna
Yeah.
catch
Who's
up anytime
typing?
now. Super Crown.
Oh, Super Crown.
Neo.
That was
Dictate.
Nero Decate. Decate.
Dictate. There we go.
Love how Eamon just went-
Congratulations.
Eamon just went Crown.
So close, Owen.
Crown.
He was
Good
trying
man,
to
Owen.
save
Stick.
time.
Funny thing,
Stick. Someone just said stick.
Shucks. Good game.
stick.
Ah.
All right, so
Nero.
There's more chances.
Nero
There's-
Decate. Yeah, we got 3 more chances to win later.
Is
so
it the same game?
It is the
same game?
It's
Yeah.
the same game.
Again, Laurie with the probing questions. Excellent work.
Just establishing the facts for our listeners and viewers.
It's all downhill.
Nero Decate.
That was good.
Good.
Enjoyed that.
Well done, guys. I was for those who aren't watching, I had to vacate my seat for a second, so I assume there was a question and it was answered correctly by someone in the chat.
It
Is that
was.
right?
Indeed.
was.
Yes.
We did give a
Was
good away.
indeed.
I would have totally known the answer to that question too. Can we take part? Can we win?
You still won't win.
Damn it. All right, guys. I think it's time to switch it up.
Oh, switch it up.
You joking? I hope everyone was enjoying those videos right there. I was speaking over one thinking I was live, but obviously not. So what's everyone been playing? There are a few of us, and it has been a little while since we're all on. I hope we've all been playing something delightful over the last little while.
Of course.
Don't all jump in at once.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
do you want to go
sorry.
to someone? Yeah.
Just someone go.
You know who I want to hear from? Pete. I'm
Yeah.
throwing him under the bus. Come on, Pete.
I'm a little bit late to the party on this and was a bit skeptical, but I've finally jumped in and got Animal Crossing, and not just one copy of Animal Crossing. I got 2 copies,
Wow.
and I have to say, through the self-isolation blues, me and the missus working on developing our little islands has been an absolute pleasure. There's something really escapism-y about it. I've enjoyed it more on Switch than I ever did on the GameCube. And I think because I'm working on developing my island and then she'll be developing hers, and then we kind of sell each other's fruit on each other's island. It's a very just would never work on any other console game as well as it does here. And I've been completely converted. And it's been really nice seeing just the impact that game has had in the main. Anyway, it seems to have had really quite a lot of traction with not just our little friendship group and community of people, but just globally. It seems like everybody seems to have got stuck into it. So there's kind of a kind of tacit togetherness thing of a shared experience of a game like that, which I'm glad I jumped in. I'm glad I got the missus a copy as well, because I think it's been very nice to just both progress in the game together. And you can just take it super, super chill. That I don't think it would work as an esport, but I think if it were going to be an esport, it would be like test match cricket. So it would be over days as opposed to in little snaps. But no, that's what I've been playing out. I've really enjoyed it. I really have.
How far are you in that, Pete?
Not particularly far. I've got the second extension, so I've got 3 rooms on my house now. I've got my campsite built, and I've there's a really annoying hamster that I found out that you had to get, which I think is the case. The first person that shows up on your campsite, is it Rodney?
No, it's it's all random.
Yeah, I didn't get Rodney.
Oh well, I got a hamster who I absolutely hate. Literally, he's just a slob.
Is he a fascist?
Yeah, I think he may be. I mean, I don't judge books by the cover, but yes, he's a fascist, and I dislike him heavily. But then I read that I kind of have to accept him onto my island, otherwise, you can't get future islanders, I believe. So now he's there, just wasting space on my island, and I loathe him.
Down the line, you can kick him out. Kill him.
Yeah, it's not satisfying.
Kill him.
Yeah.
What with the fishing rod or the net? There's only so many times you can hit him on the head with the fishing net, isn't there, as well? Before it just looks.
It's one of the events that's coming up. There's going to be an assassin that comes in, just sets up one of the rocks at the back of your island, and just clean him out from a distance.
Yeah.
New item in the shop: a guillotine. Come on, hamster. Come here, fascist hamster.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. And I just keep chipping away at it. It's just something that I think will always just be on the Switch, for me to dip into.
It's a great quarantine game.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a game. Don't be surprised. This week I've actually played a game. Yeah, it's okay. And it's called Night in the Woods.
Oh, you have my attention.
Kept that quiet.
Yeah, I did. What, mate? I played it for about 45 minutes. No, I haven't. I played it for about 2 hours now. Thanks, Ben. First one to laugh, prick. I played it for about 2 hours, and I really like it. The writing is so good in it. Yeah. I think from all the previous reviews that I'd read, it kind of prepped me for it. I jumped into it a couple of times, played half an hour. I just wasn't feeling that type of game, I think, when I've jumped into it previously. And it was, I was just scrolling the all software section on the Switch, and it was in there, just re-downloaded it and started playing. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So the storyline's cool. You play as a cat called May that's dropped out of college and has come home after 2 years, I think, of living away. So you've kind of gone to meet your old mates, your old band. Your dad's a bit ditzy. He seems older to you. But it's all these kind of little nuances, like the age of the dad, where May's commenting on that in the writing. That's really, really cool. I mentioned there that you go and meet your old band, and there's like a rhythm kind of mini game in there, like an old Guitar Hero, where you're playing like a bass along with all of the animals. And I found myself like missing beats because it's more interesting to see what the animals are doing on stage, you know, when they're playing the song. It's really, really cool. So, like I said, about 2 hours in, the storyline's starting to heat up. There is like a really cool mystery element to it, and the art style's fucking cool. The music seems sweet, and it's just again, I always talk about these kind of comfort food games, but it seems to be the epitome of that. So I'm excited. Has anyone else played it?
Yeah, I played that last year, and I absolutely smashed through it. And I said I thought it might be your kind of game, just based on the strength of the writing. It's because it's very, very clever in how it operates. It's one of my favorite soundtracks. The soundtrack is fantastic. It just really is. You can stick it on and just listen. It's one I like if I go to a walk. You know, we're doing a lot of walking. We're all going to be well versed in walking once this quarantine period's over. And it just, I don't know if it's because of the setting of the game in a small town. My town's not exactly gigantic, but it makes you people watch a bit more just because of that sort of aspect to the game. So if you're out for a walk, stick the soundtrack on. It's quite interesting. No, but yeah, the game itself, I love my time with it, and it didn't take me long to sort of burn through it. Yeah,
it's the point. I think the interactions with a lot of the fringe characters as well. Like, I always find myself in RPGs, like I'm still pretty critical of any, even like something like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, some of the characters, not even going to speak to them, they're boring. They don't really add any value. They're just kind of there. It's just a NPC. Whereas in this game, it feels a little bit more fleshed out. Everything has character. You know, you feel like there could be a meaning to any character later on. So, you know, in like, trying to think of a good analogy, but in certain games, you can see, I don't know, like the old art styles where you know something's going to move because it's a slightly different color, or, you know, it is animated, but isn't at the same time, it's not moving. Like, it's the same with a lot of the characters in this. Decoy is now following us. It took him long enough, Christ. Yeah, like, it's the same thing with the characters. So like they're there, and because the dialogue is so rich, you kind of think, oh yeah, that's definitely going to be a thing later on. So I'm excited to play it more to understand whether or not it fleshes out even further. But yeah, it's good. Still early days, so I'm really hoping it gels, and I'm hoping I can see it through to the end. But I'm excited. Excellent. First time in a while I've been proper looking forward to a game like this.
Cool. I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts once you get further in.
Thank you. Cool. That was nice.
Cool.
Do I leave?
Yep. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Andrew,
right, so
okay, Ben.
I was just gonna jump in.
Well, you know, as soon as I actually try and do some hosting, it doesn't happen. So yeah, on you go, Ben.
Okay. So I have been playing a game called Super Eggman 64 World. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
It is Mario Maker 2, and it is Laurie's world in Mario Maker 2.
I've forgotten you've been playing this.
I have a scathing review.
Oh.
No, I don't. I really enjoyed it. It's so cool, the whole world aspect to it, and that your mates can just set up a world and you can go in, and you get the start screen, and it said Super Eggman 64 World, and it was just quite funny. But finding it in the first place was a bit of a challenge. It's not immediately obvious where you're supposed to go or how to search for someone's world, and that's a very, I don't know, the whole UI in Mario Maker is a bit kind of underbaked, I think.
Isn't it?
When I did
Go on.
No, I had to search for your Maker ID.
Yeah.
To start with, because you don't get like a world ID, do you?
No, and that's the thing that's weird, because you expect it to work like the courses, where you get that ID for the courses, but you don't. It's just the world is attached to your profile.
Yeah,
not obvious at all, though.
Which is weird.
Nintendo.
And when you first go into world mode, you just get random. I think you get like 8 random worlds that you can play, or then you can refresh that and get 8 more. So it's a bit, it took a bit of fannying about to find your world, but when I did, I very much enjoyed playing it. It was really good. It was very.
There you go.
But you strike me as a very clean-cut father, family man. But you've clearly done some drugs in your time, because some of the stuff that
I'm not going to deny anything.
Some of the stuff that you just thrown in there. I'm playing this level. I'm thinking, yeah, this is like something Nintendo would design. This is really good. And then suddenly, just sound effects start popping off. There's enemies just dropping from the ceiling or floating up from the ground. But it's brilliant. And there's one level in there, I think it might have been the last one, where you had 3 challenge rooms almost. So you've got 3 pipes, and each of them is just like a single screen challenge room. Almost, I don't know if you deliberately made it like Celeste, but that's the vibe that I got. Was okay, so the bastard has put like a big 30 coin just out of reach. The room in itself is hard enough to complete, but then you put that coin up there as well, almost like the strawberries in Celeste. And that took me fucking ages to finish
I'm glad to hear I wasted lots of your time.
Yeah, I was cursing you. I think I played it in my lunch break, and I was like, come on, I need to finish this. How hard can this be? But I did in the end, and it was very good. And I'll happily go back and play it again. It was, really.
Oh, well, that's lovely to hear.
It's fun playing.
That had the right effect.
And it's made me want to get the notepad out. And
that's that notepad off.
There we go.
It wouldn't be episode 50 without a reference to the Mario Maker notepad.
So Ben, when's the review going up on the site then for Laurie's World?
Super Eggman World.
I could pen a little something, I'm sure.
Micah's reviews editor always asks for one word to describe it. So what's your one word?
Promising.
Ooh.
It's a good word.
So for the world, how do you find other worlds? Is there like do you know how you find your courses? There's like a leaderboard or like a top 10 or whatever. Is there a section for worlds?
It's just random, I think, at the moment. I don't think you can search by category or rating or anything like that. I think it is literally just you get what you're given, as far as I know.
So my thoughts on the world thing, just quickly then. I think it's a shame it's come a bit too late, because I feel like everyone's dropped off it now. And if it had been there at the start, it so radically changes how you can approach making levels. Because before, you'd make a level and you throw it up there, and then the algorithm would present it to people, and they might play one of your levels. And so that one level is completely, you can't put it in context of anything else. And when I did the world thing, that was just me putting all the courses that I've made together. But actually, if I was going to sit down now and start it, I think, well, I can put 40 different levels in this world, because you can have 8 different map screens, so you can pick different themes for them all. So you can think, right, I'm going to create 3 desert levels, I'm going to create 3 cloud levels, I'm going to create 3 underwater levels, and you can really tell a story with the levels, and you can start easy and you can grow more difficult. And you couldn't do that before you would just create one level and you'd throw it out there, and somebody might play it, and you might be able to get a mate to play it, but no one would sit down and play all of your levels in order unless you posted out, like, here's 8 codes, play these 8 codes in order, which no one ever did. So now if it's someone random just finds it through the little solar system thing that Ben was talking about, where there's 8 different options you can choose from, they're just at random. But if somebody picks one of that, you can get a really well designed entire game of levels that have been thought through and designed to all be coherent and tell a story together. So it really does change up how you can approach making games on it, and it's a shame it wasn't there from the start. It really is.
Yeah, game changer.
Cool. Yeah, I've not actually turned Mario Maker 2 back on since the update. I think like you're saying, Laurie, I think it's far too late. It's disappointing, because it's great, and when you get a level or a world, I assume, that really hits, like when we were playing Zach's level and trying to get that time lower and lower and lower and lower. If you get something like that, it is fantastic. It's brilliant. But chances are, this isn't a slight on your course making skills, Laurie. I must try it sometime. The courses are shite generally. I'd rather play the Nintendo baked in ones, the 100 levels, than attempt someone, because level could be great. You could be doing loads of stuff easy, and then just there'd be some absolute twat bit at the end. It would really just fuck you up.
100%, you're right.
It does make a difference though when you're playing someone like your friend's level. That's just like, I don't know, it just injects an extra meaning, an extra edge to it, I think.
Yeah, especially when you go, he's taken a lot of time and effort. He's drawn this out completely before even trying to make it.
It's got still a really active community as well online. So if you're I think if you're streaming that, you tend to get quite a few followers where the people just drop in and start throwing you their level codes where they want you to play them. So yeah, it must have niche of people that are still playing it. Otherwise, why would Nintendo keep on making content? So
one thing I would say, like hearing Laurie talk about it, like you clearly care about the game and you care about what you've produced and like what it can give you. I think if there was things like achievements on the Switch that were tied to this, it would work really well to motivate people to produce more, to try and share the codes more often, to get more people to play in the hunting of achievements tied to that game. I always think that if it's something creative, sometimes just the draw to be like creative and make something isn't enough. You need like something wider to kind of drag you into it, to encourage you to say, yeah, you do want to create something like one of these levels, but you're also working towards some form of an achievement which kind of stands out on your account and so on, which I think that's something that might be missing with it a bit.
Yeah, it is an absolute time sink to make a decent level as well.
And it's for the fact that you enjoy doing it and you enjoy sharing it with your friends, but if there was like a wider way to reward that effort, I just don't think that's there. And maybe something like an achievement system console wide would maybe give something to help people like seek a little bit of glory or get something back for that effort.
The Switch needs that anyway, even outside of Mario Maker. Nero Decate, Kate, whatever, just said it in the chat. And when we put out that recent Twitter poll about what a Switch 2 needs, the amount of people saying an achievement system was almost overwhelming. It's just such a basic thing you kind of wanted from day one. And you're right, Mario Maker 2 is a game that would really, really benefit from it.
It's weird as well, because some games have trophies. Like Mario Odyssey has a kind of trophy thing, doesn't it? Where you get the achievements and it just throws you out extra stars for doing the things that you could be getting achievements for or trophies for.
There's a game, apologies, Laurie. When you go.
No, I was going to say, it wouldn't be any step to create an achievement thing off the back of that.
No, I'm going to say that there's a game I'll be discussing slightly later on that surprisingly has trophies. Well, that's all I'll say currently.
Okay.
Mysterious bastard.
Mysterious. Andrew, what have you been playing recently?
Oh, not a huge amount because I've been working, ain't I? But
wow, you just got
love it.
He's a grafter through and through, that lad.
He said he was redundant so many times. Now he needs to confirm that he's got a job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Working.
But did you know he's a vegan though?
And off it.
Dear me. But yeah, no, I haven't played much of the Switch, but I have played a game on the Xbox that's also on the Switch, which is Creature in the Well.
Okay.
Which is, I've not played a huge amount of it. Again, it's me. I've kind of dipped my toe in, and I'll likely then just leave it and play something else entirely. But what I've played so far, it's really interesting. It's kind of a mixture between kind of pinball and Bastion and kind of Hyper Light Drifter with a little bit of Breakout in there. And it's like a really hyper stylized graphical look to it as well. It's really good. You basically play this robot who goes into this like old rundown village kind of tower place, and it's got loads of mechanisms and like a generation that's been shut down for like decades, hundreds of years, and only this particular robot can get in and kind of bring it back to life. All the villagers are really scared of him, but he's got this power to basically, I don't know why nobody else could do this, but he's got a power to be able to basically bat these energy balls into the receptacles, I suppose would be what they are, and it's very ping pongish. They kind of ping off everything, so you're batting them almost like you're playing a game of pinball, and it's great. It's a really good, I don't know how to describe it. It's just really well made, and it's almost like what's the word for it? You're not going to know because I can't think of words. I've had 2 glasses of wine. This is me on 2 glasses of wine.
I was going to say, it is a bit like listening to my nan, because you're just holding your glass of wine right in front of the camera. It's like, oh, there's balls everywhere, surrounded by balls.
You're holding your earphone as well. It looks like you're holding a cigarette.
That's another thing about the French.
I've been working, ain't I, you slag?
Do you know what work is, you prick?
In my day.
Laurie, I love it.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's really good, and it's on the Switch, and it's actually coming out physically soon. I Am 8-Bit are releasing a physical version for the Switch and PS4. It's worth a look. It's a bit hard, a bit difficult, but yeah, it's really good fun.
A big shot in the chat said that he felt like he was just spamming the button over and over again to charge the ball up, and it just felt like a lot of work could be done to implement it better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really early on in it, and I do get what he means, but I feel like there's a nuance to it that I'm just not getting yet because I'm so early on, and there is a lot of spamming the button to do what you need to do. But no, it's still interesting. Yeah.
Episode 50, spam the button.
We'll probably leave the Persona 5 update until later. I have been playing the game that we've been giving away. So Lonely Mountains Downhill, both myself and Ben dipped into it. Like low poly sort of graphics, as you mentioned last week. You play a lone downhill mountain biker, I assume they're called. And it is one of the most zen games I think I've ever played. Just such an addictive and satisfying game to play. I mean, bloody difficult at times. You just basically going as quick as you can down a mountain. In a nutshell, that's what it is. But just the gameplay in general is just so satisfying. Like I said, skidding around corners, putting the brakes on, finding shortcuts, dipping down some rocks, cutting in between trees. No music. You take your foot off the bumper, which is your sort of accelerator pedal button, and you hear the chain just sort of go jumping off rocks again. You sort of hear the wind sort of rushing past your guy. The sound effects in this implementation of it all is just so clever. I'm still having so much fun playing it. I had one of the top scores, one of the highest times on that game, and then they only go on and fucking released it. And now I'm at like 300 odd.
Absolute
bastards.
I had one of the highest scores, and then I connected to the internet, and it was gone. And I don't know what happened.
So if anyone sees, if anyone's in that, it's one of the Red Rock Woods, whatever the level's called. Apologies, can't think of it. If you see TSI US was one of my the highest scores. TSI US was the name, and that was in there. Yeah. Well chuffed, and then the game released, and I was way down. Not impressed, but Ben, I don't know what you think of it, but $17.99 is how much it costs. There's 16 tracks or trails, as you would call them. I think that's worth the price. People
absolutely, and it's just I like the fact that, as you say, there's 4 mountains, each with 4 trails on, but there's different challenges for each trail, so you can kind of try and go down it as quickly as possible without dying, or go down it, in a certain time, or dying 11 times, 15 times, no more than that, and unlocking different parts so you can upgrade your bike, change the cosmetics of your character. It's gameplay wise, it's amazing. I really think it's, as you said, zen is probably the right word for it. It's almost the antithesis of what you expect an extreme sport game to be, because it's just so peaceful. Even though you're dying repeatedly, it's a very peaceful and kind of cathartic experience. Yeah. And the presentation of it is lovely. Even at the start, when it's just talking you through the controls, the instructions will just kind of appear on the screen as if they're part of the background. Yeah. And they'll just kind of blend in. It's just really well made. And high production values. Yeah. And if we were giving a copy away, I mean, now would be a good time, probably.
somebody call for Matthew Jean's Book of Magic. Should we go for
Matthew?
1 to 30, please, chaps? Question 1 to 30. Everyone in
22.
Chat, get ready for a game. What number? 22.
Ready in the chat. Ready in the chat.
Category. What's the category?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
Not that perceptive today, are you?
No, we could pick a different one.
Yeah, ready, chat. First person to put the right answer in the chat wins a code. And
on your marks.
The same person cannot win again. We should just stipulate that.
Yeah.
Why would he want to?
Good point.
Sell the game on, I suppose. Make a bit of profit.
All the
Just a win.
codes.
Why would you like 2 free games instead of just one?
This is a proper nerd one. This is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, which of these is not a playable fighter in Pokken Tournament DX?
Oh my god.
Greninja, Darkrai, Suicune, or Sizer? So Greninja, Darkrai, Suicune, or Sizer?
For all the people who
Can we-
love that game.
Can we answer? Can we suggest what we would say?
No,
And then
because
oh,
that
Not
fucking
out
might-
loud.
I don't know if it's right.
Okay, we've
Have
got
an
some
answer.
answers in the chat.
So
Don't know if
Greninja's
it's
the right one.
answer.
So that was
Nero Ducati, he's already
No.
won, hasn't
Can't
Try
take
again.
it.
No,
You
no.
gave out the answer
So-
before someone said
So
it.
the next person to put it,
he?
Scum
Death's
Death said
Ninja.
Ninja. That's,
Ninja.
no, that's
should
not
we
quite
take-
right.
Can we take Ninja?
Go on,
Scum
the
Death,
next
go
person
on.
to put
Doesn't work
Greninja is the
either.
winner.
Greninja.
fucking
We've
thing.
given you the answer. Go, 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 go.
Eamon fucking Jimmy. Love it. Greninja.
Oh,
the
Shock Monkey. There we go.
Hey.
Done.
Oh,
Stephen.
Stephen, he's not
good
allowed to
work.
win.
He can win.
No.
Well done,
No,
Stephen.
of course you can.
There you go.
Well
mate.
done,
Good job.
Stephen.
Well done.
That's 2 codes given away. 2 to go.
And you can have a game.
Oh.
And you can have a game. And you-
Original PMF. Almost in there with Geninja.
Yeah. Green
Feel bad
Green
for Scum
Ninja
Death now,
from
'cause
Napping
he-
Rat.
Yeah, I was going to say, feel bad for Scum Death. Put Ninja.
Yeah, Scum Death's just put balls in the chat.
He's such a fucking dude, though. He probably didn't even listen to the question. He was just putting Ninja. Just felt like putting that in the chat.
We should have got Ninja's mum on as a guest on the 50th episode.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
She loves the show.
she does, doesn't she?
Big fan.
Mike, update on Persona 5, or have you managed to pull yourself away from it?
We've had
It's
enough of an
really-
update in the
it's-
chat.
It's,
to be
it's
completely
really
honest.
good. Yeah. That's
Excellent.
it. Done.
Talking
I
about stuff for
spent
15-year-olds.
I spent long enough chatting about it last week, and I still really want to do a sort of Persona 5 special episode with Dan.
That was last
at
week,
some point.
wasn't
That
it?
was last
Yeah,
week.
that's
No,
what
I'm
you
talking
did.
flat out. So yeah, I'm not going to go into it too much. Other than it's good, go play it.
But you
It's
see
not on
why I
Switch.
wanted it on Switch.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
it to Switch. That's all I'll say.
get back on the speakeasy. We can discuss it there.
Yeah.
Cheers, Grandma.
All right. Yeah, Nandrew.
Fuck off.
How have I never heard that before?
Right, guys, it's time for Indie in a Bottle.
Christ, give me a break.
Oh. Indie in a Bottle, but Laurie, apologies, I didn't deliberately miss you out there.
Yeah, fuck you. No, I don't play anything. Just go on.
Carry on.
Back to Fire Emblem. I have managed to wean myself off Animal Crossing. Back to Fire Emblem. I must nearly be very close to the end. It's all taken. No spoilers, but it's all taken a abrupt turn, and I'm onto a stage where the music is really, really annoying and very different. So if that,
I think I know where you are.
yeah, it feels like I'm very close to the end. Probably got a few more to go, but yeah, just trying to push on now and get that through so I can play all the games I picked up a few weeks ago in the sale.
How many hours are you in to it now?
About 50 hours, I think.
50,
Clocked up.
so what, you got
It's just
13
behind Animal
more to go.
Crossing on my playtime thing. Animal Crossing made it to my 5th most played game before I've dropped away from it. Just behind Stardew Valley, funnily enough. But yeah, Fire Emblem is hot on the heels of both. So I'm sure by the time I finish it, that will probably be one of the most played, if not the most played.
Yep.
It's 80 per playthrough, right?
I
I
would
don't
mine
think-
in 60 or so, I think. Depends on
Oh,
how long you spend mincing around the monastery and stuff like that. So
Chatting up.
Yeah, I tried to bang through
waifu.
them as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Chatting
Apo-
up Ingrid.
yeah, well, you remember her name this week.
Yeah,
Oh, well done, Laurie.
thank you.
Chatting up, Ingrid.
Okay, apologies. Indie in a Bottle, but we've seen the intro there.
want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Here
go.
we go.
Indian bottle for real this time. I believe I managed to get everyone in the last section. Good. I would normally just pass over to you on this, Dan, but I believe we've got a couple of games to briefly go over before that. So I myself lost the quiz 2 weeks ago, and I have been playing Vroom in the Night Sky. And I learned last week that I have a review to write, so not all of my thoughts are going to be on this. But at first, right, so
He's a broken man.
I even see, right, okay, cards on the table. If you even go on to the eShop and read the description, one of this game's issues is its translation. Such a terrible translation. I mean, I'm someone that speaks one language, and that one language badly. So in terms of I feel bad for criticizing how it's been translated, but fuck me, it is awful. The description itself, even if you don't want to buy the game, read the description. That gives you everything you want. But the very, very first thing you see when you turn the game on is a splash screen that says Vroom in the Night Sky, and there's this little fairy sun thing. I don't know, it's got cogs for antlers, pops up, and it says, "Are you the first time to play this game?" And it's that kind of thing just continues to sort of permeate throughout the whole thing. The gameplay itself is very much like Superman 64. Is like the first level, if you can even call it a level, you don't see as much of the fog as you did in Superman 64, and that's good because there is 20 years between these two games. But that's the first level. Following on from that, there's a lot of old fog. A lot of fog in the background. But in terms of the gameplay, you need to go and find stardusts. Those stardusts give you the currency in game, so you can upgrade your bike. You fly a bike through hoops, kind of like rings in the sky, and then once you've got all 10 rings, you fly towards this moon symbol that's lit up. And now you can go, the levels are relatively big, and at the start you don't have a very fast bike, so you can go, it's basically one big loop, get all the hoops, and go, right, I need to go to the end now, and you see that your goal is 5 miles across the level to the other side, and it takes so long to get from one end to the other. You could just literally press I've forgotten what the go button is, A, and it'll get you there, but it'll take you at least a minute in game. Not a long time, but a long time just to sit, hold a look around the room. You could just get a bit of blue tack, stick that button down, and it would do it for you. But so I'm going to sort of go through some quotes just to sort of, because like I said, the translation is the sort of biggest issue with this game.
This is like the most anyone's ever prepped for a game.
I've
enjoyed this.
I've got these little screenshots. I mean, I will do a proper honest review.
No, you've done it justice. Keep going.
I'll do.
You do you, boo. Not
that. I kind of want to do it. I'll do a review for it. You go to your stage select screen, and the little guy comes up and says, "You are a magical girl from now." You're going to hear the word magical a lot in this little bit, so don't forget to replenish magical gasoline at magical gas station somewhere in the night sky. There is a fuel gauge and an acceleration, like a speedometer. I have never ever got down from 100% on the fuel gauge. It seems to just last forever.
Wait, it doesn't drop at all?
I have had it drop from 100 to 99, but it took 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
So in this magical gas station, I have no idea where it would come, where it's from. And that's like sort of first tutorial level. It finishes with the explanation of the magical girl's work is over. And I was like, what the fuck is this thing even talking about? Let's train at the driving school and aim for the first class magical girls. Like, it just really is. You are a cutie magical girl, shining star. She's called Luna. That's the character.
Of course she is.
Yeah. That's who you play as, and like the little blobby fairy sun cog thing will pop up. There's like a conversation going on, and then later levels, or if you take longer in a level, another witch will fly in, or another character will fly in on another bike and pick up other stardust, but it doesn't actually impede you. They're just there to have some witty banter, off which sounds like this. Use as a desert level. What does desert remind you of? And your answer is camel. The other person comes back with cactus. It's that kind of witty banter that really keeps this game going.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
I'm cuter than you.
Fantastic.
I'm way cuter than you. And then the little cog thing goes, it's a tie.
Brilliant.
It's a tie.
I really love the fact that you're describing this game. Pete has no actual like he doesn't know what's happened in the last couple of episodes that we've been playing the game. When you take his shit game home, he's like, "This sounds alright."
Do you know what I've just done? Do you know what I've just done? I had a look on Metacritic at user reviews, and it's a secret pleasure to read reviews of bad games, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
There's a couple here. I don't know why this game exists. Like that's what I'm talking about. This game.
The reason we picked it, I kind of strong-armed Lewis into playing it, but it's the worst rated game on Switch.
Yeah. What was the line from the review that you read out when we gave it to him?
It was something along like sticking a cotton bud down your cock and tying it in a knot.
Bending over or
Like
something.
slap my gran with my cock or something.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
I'd rather do that than review this game or something.
Yeah.
No offense, Andrew.
None taken.
Like I know I'm leaning hard into the wording of this game, but I found great joy in how some of this stuff come across. So I'll do two more, and then that'll be me. Then we can move on to Mike's non-game. So your first bike is Magical Scooter 50, and the description is scooter type magic bike for beginner, speed and power and unsatisfactory, but any person can ride with confidence. So moving on, the next one here is Magical Racer R250, a racer type magical bike that middle class magical girl admires. Hung off. If you say it in Japanese, hang on.
Middle class.
Yeah, middle class.
Which Tory voter girl quite enjoys.
You shouldn't be on a magical motorbike. You need to be taking public transport.
Guys, with a name like Luna, she's got to be middle class.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, two more. I'll say magical bike that can feel the universe through the night sky. It is out of the question that senior magical girls cannot manipulate this. And then the one's like a big, so it's Magical Tank 2000V. It's like a kind of American chopper style bike. Big American type magical bike of the legend that strike fear in the hearts of magical girls. Exactly. There is no need for arguing. Like I said,
I genuinely love the fact this has got more narrative than I actually thought it would, and more nuance to it than some other games that we played. It's better than rolling eggs, put it that way.
Yeah, like I am enjoying it for the sort of quotes and the sort of little, the patter between all the characters. Gameplay wise, it's hoofing. It's terrible. Yeah. I've enjoyed it as much as getting a bit of laughter from how things are worded.
Fair enough. I like it. It's
£8 worth it.
Has Mike played his? Yeah.
I have.
Yes. tell Pete about it because he doesn't know about this one. It's my favorite.
Right. So I'll do you one better then. Yours was £8. Mine was £14. I lost the second round, and I had to play My Secret Pets, otherwise known as Bestiality Weeb Simulator 2020.
Mike the game.
Mike the game. I'll read you the first line of this description as you did the same. This is a romance game for women where you live with your pets who have suddenly all transformed into attractive men.
What?
So this is
like a furry game.
This is like a furry game, but it's not a game. At least in yours, in Vroom, in the Night Sky, there was some gameplay. This is one of those
Beautiful
in-
gameplay. Magical gameplay, you could
interactive-
say.
magical gameplay. This is one of those attractive, no,
He's
interactive
loving it.
graphic
Oh.
novels where you don't play it, you just press A as you read through a shit story with terrible writing and I guess the art's good. I guess that's what I can say about it. The art style's good. It looks like any other sort of typical Japanese art style manga. But in this, your pets turn into hot guys, and you pick. There are 5 pets, and you pick one of the stories to go through.
Who
And
did
amazingly, hey,
How did you
Who
pick
did
as
you
well?
pick?
who did I pick? I'll show you who I picked. All right,
Go on.
bear with me. I picked this guy. Hang on. I picked this guy. His name's Luffner. This is a still from the sex scene we had where he grew carrots and a tail.
You had a sex scene with it.
This whole game is sex scenes.
Wow.
That's all this game
Poor
is.
Mike.
I'm not sure how the reflection's doing on there. Can you see his six pack?
You know what? I don't need to.
See,
but
Ben.
God. Mike, I'm so sorry that your first experience of sex was through this game.
No, seriously.
Everyone remembers their first.
All I can say is Reddit lied to me. This is not how I thought it would be. I can give it some props in that it has several stories to read / play through. There are several hot guys to choose from if that's what you're into, and all I can think is there is a niche for this, right? This game will sell well to the people who are into it, but by the end, I was just tapping the A button to get through it as quickly as possible. Amazingly, the story doesn't stop at your pets just turned into hot guys, now go fuck them. It goes further than that. There's wizards and X's and ghosts and a complete weird ass bullshit story that why could I not have played Vroom in the Night Sky?
This game's more suited to you, though, isn't it?
I'm more concerned by how engaged the rest of us look. I think it's the most alert.
I was going to say, do you want to see more hot guys?
All right, okay.
Eamon, Eamon's asked if there's a body pillow available.
I'm sure there is. If there isn't,
like you've not already checked. Come on.
let's get on that.
Jewelry Jelly's proper into this as well. She keeps on saying it. She's gone. I tried playing the one called Pub Encounter because the guys in it were all older.
Oh.
Kind of meh.
Ooh.
Proper into it. I like it.
So that's something I will point to is these kind of games have an audience, and I like graphic novels. I don't particularly like interactive story games because I don't think the writing's very good, and they're more 10 a penny, shit them out on Steam as fast as you can make them. But there are a few good ones. The one that comes to mind that was really successful is Dream Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I know we spoke about this last time. Andrew, have you played this, or you have?
I've seen it. I haven't played it yet.
I just say last time because we spoke about it last time and you knew what it was on about, and it's got comedic writing in it. It's got some interesting game mechanics, and it did a bit better commercially. But this is just a very run-of-the-mill, 10 a penny interactive graphic novel that has thrown a sort of bestiality, furry twist on it. And while there is an audience for this, I think this one really missed out on what I was reading. The descriptive line at the beginning is this is a romance game for women. So in all these other games, usually the one thing you have is you have a choice at the beginning to choose your pronoun. Basically to say, are you a guy or a girl? And the code changes to make the text reflect your choice here. This is, you are a woman. You see you're a woman in the illustrations, you're a woman in the text, you're a woman, and you're given a very specific character. I think they're sort of pigeonholing themselves with it. So even though it's not necessarily for me, there is an audience for this, and they've already cut it down quite a bit.
I think the only one I was ever interested in because I saw it online was the one about the Colonel. Not Laurie, but
Yes, that was
okay,
another one. Yes, there was one where you date Colonel Sanders. That was a thing. There was also one that was free on PlayStation 1 month where you are a pigeon and you date
Shadow
other
for
pigeons.
boyfriend.
Andrew knows.
Oh, straight off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
He's had a
romance
whiny
other,
shop.
other pigeons. And so I think these games do really well when they don't take themselves too seriously and they tell a good story with a bit of humor. This doesn't. This is just smut for furries. And if you like it, great. But I hated playing through this. I really did.
Did you finish it?
I finished 2 of the stories because I felt that's what I had to do as due
Wow.
diligence. I'm not doing the others. That's enough for a review, damn it.
How many are there?
There are 5 in total. Each of them have 7 chapters with a choice of 2 endings, depending on your choices. I use that term very loosely. And then each of them also have a sequel, which is just a little after story, and then a special scenario, which usually, in my case, consisted of me getting pregnant, I think.
Congratulations. Maybe.
I was
Oh my
pregnant.
God.
I don't know. Again, by this point, I was tapping the A button
Hideous
furiously
kitten,
to get
baby.
through it. Man,
Tapping the A button furiously, yes.
Tell you what, tapping it furiously. I'll tell you what came to mind was the ending of Shrek 2, where Donkey has those horrific
yeah.
hybrid dragon babies. That's what I had in my mind.
Well, I've got to say, thank you for your service. It sounds absolutely appalling.
Mhm.
Couldn't be more right. Could not be more right. Keep an eye on the site for this spiffing review.
Do you have to play that in the
I'm
toilet? by the way?
excited. Oh.
Hey?
I was going to say, did you have to play that just for context? That wasn't like a dirty joke, but genuine. Like you're staying with your parent-in-laws, aren't you? To be.
I am.
So like for the fact that you're there and then you're playing this game,
Oh god, it's
and
been
they asked about
all
Persona 5,
handheld.
let alone what they were on this.
Handheld all the way, man. There's no way they're seeing this on the big screen. Not a chance.
Look at Lewis. Like he's sweating already. He hates this kind of game.
Oh god. So that's me done. I hate you all.
Hey, it's not finished yet, mate. About to play a game.
I'm nervous.
Is it me doing it?
I thought you were going to go through your Wycliffe
book.
John book.
Oh right, okay. Christ.
So we're going straight in.
Straight in. Okay. Are we going to explain the purpose of this game? You could have told me, because now I've got to prep the actual thing. This is really not professional for episode
Quick,
50.
everyone
but
rip.
sums up the last
Everything
50
else has
episodes.
been so professional. Like this just stands out for its unprofessionalism.
Thanks, Pete. Okay. Welcome to Indie in a Bottle, the internet smash sensation where one of you bozos is going home with a shit game. I wrote that one. Well, what's this all about then?
I don't know.
You're all
What
going
is it
to work
about?
together in the first round to answer some questions. With the eventual number of correct answers, we'll eventually pick a game from 1 to 5. So there's 5 questions. Okay, depending on how many you answer, that's the game that you get. Okay, and then what we then go to is a sudden death round, and the loser will go home with the game. So I need to pick a game. So I shall pick a game while you bozos talk amongst yourselves, and I will prep the questions very quickly.
So who's going to fall on the sword today? Please don't
I
let it
feel
be
like
me.
we should be
Exempt.
immune to this crap.
Yeah.
No,
watch for this
definitely
round.
You
not.
can watch.
We definitely should.
You've got you've got the best chance of not losing.
True.
Shut up, Ben. That's a load of rubbish.
Doesn't work like that.
Trying to help. Trying to make you feel better.
I was training
I think
earlier on by-
statistically, it'll be I'm the most likely to lose. I think because I've
Really?
played it. This will be my 3rd time playing it in a row,
Okay.
so it's really should be my turn to lose. So let's see.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's. I don't know what the game is yet, though. You never know because it's episode 50. It might be a good game.
I've got 5.
Aren't there like 5 games?
I'll pick them.
Yeah.
None of them can be good. What's the point otherwise?
Yeah.
Well,
I
they
thought it
should
was
get
at least one
progressive.
decent game.
They should get progressively better the more questions we get right.
If it's a good game, I want to lose.
Ben's maybe figured out something there. Right, we're going to start because I can see Andrew first. So I'm going to go Andrew, Lewis, Ben, Pete, Mike, and then Laurie. Should we do one question between you all? Just do it that way. Yeah, you can confer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's Andrew pick one of the rounds for all of you to answer. So we've got any of the consoles from any Nintendo generation, including all the handhelds, or you can have a grab bag, bosses and enemies, or rapid fire.
GameCube.
GameCube, page 28.
Hey.
Yes.
1 to 30, please, my friend.
7.
12.
Not you,
7.
Dick.
Gee, your beaver.
On what planet do the events of Metroid Prime take place?
Oh shit.
It's like Zebs, or something.
Zebbies.
Is
Zebedee.
Zebes is
It's
Super Metroid.
it's T.
Yeah, the only person not on film clearly Googling.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. Things with a T. It's
I have no idea. I feel like it was like a number or something, like a left.
no. There's a number in it.
Like
Yeah.
Targon 7.
Yeah. Yavin 4.
5,
Chat, if you want to help us out here.
3, 2, 1.
Tetris 99.
No, it was Talon 4.
Oh, Talon 4.
Oh,
You went far off.
So
with your
close.
nonsense
Terrible.
guess.
no.
Lewis,
Yeah.
pick a round. What console are you going for?
Oh, let's go Switch. Switch and
Oi.
3.
Bubble Bobble. No. Oh wow.
You wish.
Oh Christ, I'm pronouncing these. Zan Partisan, Francesca, and Flamberge are sisters that appear in what Nintendo Switch game?
I'm
What?
sorry, say those again.
Zan Partisan, Francesca, and Flamberge are sisters that appear in what Nintendo Switch game?
Jesus
Sounds
Is that
cooking
three?
related.
Is
Yeah,
that
it does
three
sound-
separate people?
Cooking.
3
Sounds
separate people.
cooking.
So
It's not Cooking
Partisan-
Mama, is it?
No.
No,
I
that
wasn't asking you, Dan. I was comparing amongst.
Oh, sorry. But it isn't.
So it's not Cooking Mama.
You
Okay.
can have that one for free.
Thanks.
Oh, hang on. Isn't it fuck, what is it? Battle Chef Brigade. No, I wasn't asking you, Dan.
I'm happy to go with that, Ben.
Sure.
I'm clueless.
So just say the names again. Can you spell the first name, please?
Oh my god.
Christ almighty. Zan Partisan, Francesca, and Flamberge. So Zan, Z-A-N, and then Partisan spelled P-A-R-T-I-Z-A-N-N-E. Francesca is F-R-A-N-C-I-S-C-A, and Flamberge is F-L-A-M-B-E-R-G-E.
That's my best. No, I don't know. Anyone else got
Killing me.
anything?
Nah, just go for it.
No,
Not sure.
literally nothing. We'll go for that.
Okay, it was Kirby Star Allies.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Awful. Ben, pick a round, mate.
Let's go Switch again.
Mm-hmm.
And number 30.
Ooh. 30.
Well done, napping rat in the chat. Just put Kirby Star Allies. Well
Ah, napping rat.
Everyone out the
Okay,
chat,
no
please. Eyes on the prize. My eyes are up here. Cirrus Albright, Primrose Azelheart, and Ophelia Clement are playable characters in what RPG released in 2018?
It's
Octopath.
Yeah.
yeah, Octopath
It
Traveler.
is Octopath Traveler. Well done, chaps. Awesome.
Well, hey.
Pete,
1 out of 3. That's not brilliant.
not the best so far. Pick a console, Pete.
Let's go for Wii.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
a man of culture. Ashante. 1 to 30, please, Pete.
27.
Ooh. Although there were some exceptions, most SNES games could be purchased for how many Wii points on the Wii Shop channel?
Okay. SNES.
Just remember how much
I think-
points were.
I think the
250.
NES. I think the NES ones were 500.
800 then, I think. I had 800 in my head. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Final answer?
Yes?
You're right. It's 800 points.
Woo!
Well done, guys.
Ooh, very good.
So that's
Hooray.
4 answered.
Great
So,
deduction.
Laurie, Mike, pick a console between you both, please.
Oh,
N64.
We are.
Ah, come on.
Well, one of you
Split the
picked
diff. Wii U.
N64, the other one picked Wii, so therefore we got to go to GameCube. So number 28. Okay, 1 to
Logic.
30.
7.
Already had that one.
8.
8.
Sorry,
Oh,
Mike.
fucking hell. Might as well just give this one. You can then, Andrew, instead, if you get this right, you can just talk about your book for 25 seconds. So, what is the name of the US president's daughter Leon must rescue in Resident Evil 4?
Ashley.
Full name, please.
Oh fuck! I don't know the full name. Jesus.
Call yourself an
Actually,
nerd, mate.
Jesus.
Ashley. No, I can't think of the last name. Anybody else know?
No idea.
I'll give it to you. It's Ashley Graham.
Ah,
That's absolutely fine.
We'll take it.
Well
Okay,
done.
so that was 4? 4 answered? Or 2 answered? I can't remember. How many was it, Pete? You count.
Three, I think.
yeah,
Three.
three. I
I
think.
got 3 right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Genuinely nervous.
Oh, God.
Genuinely
Oh,
nervous.
What's the
game
serious
then,
bit?
Dan? You tell
This
us
is
the
the
game
serious bit.
first, or
Right. The game
Mm.
is £2.24 on the eShop.
Oh.
75% off at the moment.
Oh, get in there quick.
Find a vaccine for your infected friend before the time runs out, but be aware your friend will relapse sooner or later, and you will have to find a new vaccine in a new, randomly rebuilt house. The Game Boys is Vaccine. And £2.24 on the eShop, and it is one of the worst rated games on the Switch, and there's a Resident
Oh,
Evil clone.
Jesus.
So there you go. Right, so we are going to go around first. I'm going to go to Laurie, then to Mike, then to Ben, then to Pete, then to Lewis, then to Andrew. So this is now sudden death, just like a penalty shootout. Laurie, pick your console.
N64, obviously.
Wunderbar. 1 to 30?
7.
7. In what N64 game developed by Rare must players clear a path for a runway nuclear missile carrier? Character.
Last Corpse.
Sure. Final answer.
Yeah.
He's got it. Brilliant.
Brilliant game.
Well done, mate.
Oh.
Well played.
Boo boo.
oh god,
Tense.
Pick a console. mate.
You're safe for now.
Pick on a console, mate.
Switch. Gotta go.
On for the Switch. He doesn't want to play a game this week. He is
Nope.
going all out.
Going easy mode.
1 to 30, please.
14,
Ooh.
You sure?
15.
Okay, he's got 15. Rex and Pyra are among the main protagonists of what RPG released for Nintendo Switch in 2017?
Misogyny Simulator 27. No, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yes.
Well done,
that
boo-boo.
is correct. Well done. Ben?
Just out of interest, would you have accepted Misogyny Simulator 2017? Because that is the original Japanese title.
From you, Boo Boo? Anything. Come on, Ben.
I'll go Switch number 1, please.
Ooh.
You're playing safe. Come on.
The Nintendo Switch was first released in North America in what year?
What?
That's a fucking question.
2017.
He's got it. Well done.
Well played.
Wow.
Is that a genuinely a question in there?
A joke.
It's a genuine question, innit? Don't question Matthew Jean. Pete, pick your round, mate. Fucking
Oof.
hell.
GameCube,
Ooh. Yep.
Hey.
7.
We've already had that one.
Oh.
Okay,
12.
come on.
We've already had that one on a different episode as well. I've marked it.
Ooh. Let's go for 21.
21. Ooh. What are the names of the 2 playable characters in Resident Evil 0?
Ooh.
I know it.
That's
You
an
know the full
Andrew
names now.
question.
I'm not sure I know this.
What's that tapping I can hear, Pete?
Oh yeah.
Masturbating.
Can you repeat the question?
Stalling for time.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dear. It is Rebecca Chambers and Andrew.
It's Billy, but I can't remember his last name
Oh,
now.
for fuck's sake. Think of the music artist, Mark.
Bronson?
Bronson?
No, Cohen. Christ,
Owen.
Millennials. Okay, Lewis.
Right.
Look stressed.
I'm feeling slightly better now that Pete.
So hang
got
on.
one
So
now.
yeah, so Pete's in the danger zone.
Pete's in
There's
the
no one
danger
else in the
zone.
danger zone, is there?
So wherever
Okay.
else goes into the danger zone, like everyone else is safe at the moment. So if Lewis loses, then he goes into the danger zone with Pete. But you're all safe, chaps. Breathe easy.
Stressed.
Lewis.
So using Ben's technique, I'm going to switch number 2.
Fucking coward. Okay. Ooh, no.
Genuinely stressing. Genuine.
Okay. Which of these characters is not playable in Fire Emblem Warriors?
Come on.
Yes. The Weeb King, Marth, Crom, Robin, or Ike?
It's a multiple choice. You've got a chance.
He has got a
Stingman
choice.
is the one who
25%.
doesn't have blue hair.
Shut up, Mike.
Was
Don't
that,
joke about it.
see now that's
Run a tight ship here, Matthew Jean. Come on, Lewis.
I hate you, Mike. Who doesn't? See now I'm just thinking who doesn't have white hair? Who doesn't have blue hair?
I'm joking. I haven't played any.
Absolute
Don't
crap.
listen to me.
Right, because they're not all in there. Who were the so Marth, Crom, Ike, and Robin? Bastards. Ike, I don't fucking know.
Anybody else know this?
Nope.
I thought you were going to go, yep. It was Ike. Well done.
Yes!
Very well done. Yeah.
Always knew it. I've played Fire Emblem Warriors. That was never in doubt.
Here he is. Here he is. Here she is. Andrew, come on, mate.
Oh. Wii U.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
Of course.
Deep dive.
Specialist subject.
Can you even ask 30 questions about the Wii U?
Shut up, Laurie. Fuck's sake.
Pick a question, 1 to 30.
17.
Ooh. Okay. What was the suggested retail price of the deluxe 32GB Wii U console in the United States at launch?
Oh my god.
He'll
Genuine
get
question.
this. He'll get it.
$249.99.
Oh, mate.
Nearly.
No, very, very well. No, not really. Quite far off. $349.99.
Ah.
So it is now Pete.
Whoa! Disturbed getting
Yeah,
it bang
nice
on in
one,
the chat.
Disturbed.
Well done, dude.
350.
He's
Jesus.
sent off, but we'll let you have it. So it is between Andrew and Pete now, and we are going to go into the very special round that is called Elite Trivia.
Ooh.
Is it okay that I'm nervous? I'm very nervous.
Pete, I was shitting myself before I got that right.
Yeah. I played Warriors and I couldn't answer it.
Okay, question 1. Oh no. Okay, yeah. So Pete first.
Yeah.
2 Nintendo 64 games required the Nintendo 64 expansion pack in order to function, and another required it to play the single-player campaign. Name 2 of these games.
Perfect Dark.
Yeah. I know it. I know it.
Yes. I think. Is that one? Yeah, Perfect Dark. That's fine.
I want it. It's Majora's. Somebody said Disturbed. Just said it.
Ah.
Take it. Just take it.
No, there's others. I'll pick another one.
I said eyes up from the chat. I'm
I
going to
know.
go to a different question. Disturbed.
Hang on, let me close that window. Hang on.
Disturbed, I thank you for your service.
Okay. Okay, Pete. Of the
Yeah.
first 12 Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo that were released alongside Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, 2 of those amiibo were of characters that were not playable in Super Smash Bros. Melee or Brawl. Name both of those characters / amiibo.
So there'll be characters that are in.
So characters. So of the first 12 Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo that were released alongside Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, 2 of those amiibo were of characters that were not playable in Smash Bros. Or Melee or Brawl. Name those 2.
I am literally looking at the roster in my mind's eye, like trying to put them together. Is one of them?
If you're in the chat, you can put it in there. Don't worry, they're not looking at the chat.
Oh yeah,
He's
I
like
can't
he's
now.
like Kratos and Sly Cooper and Spider-Man. And, oh shit, no, that's all stars.
Oh,
Fuck.
I'm thinking of my cats. Fuck. It's Jimmy.
Disturbed knows it in the chat. He's saying
He knows it.
Yeah, don't tell
he
us.
knows.
Napping Rat got one wrong.
So, why can't I think now?
Big
No,
shots had to go.
Big shot's wrong.
It's. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm gonna guess, with the villager for one of them,
Yep, that's right.
and who was announced with the villager.
I think I know this one.
Disturbed's got it right.
I don't know.
Giving up.
Yeah, I've got to give up. Can't even
Ooh.
bloody think.
Anybody else?
I think it's Rosalina.
No, it was the
No.
Wii Fit trainer.
Oh, Disturbed at it again.
Well done, Disturbed.
Do you know,
Disturbed,
I
innit, chat?
couldn't even remember the Wii Fit trainer until you literally said it.
Super rare, apparently. Really,
Right, Andrew?
really valuable.
Ready for this, mate?
I think so.
In Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for Game Boy Color, players can unlock 5 different awards for completing certain tasks, and each award is named after 5 different characters. Name 3 of those 5 characters. So I'll
Fuck's
give you
sake.
3 guesses, not just random guesses here. It's elite trivia
That's
round,
a
guys. It's elite
horrible
trivia round.
question.
Elite,
I've never,
absolute elite
never
trivia.
played it. Game Boy Color. Yoshi,
There's 1.
Mm.
Peach,
There's 2.
Ooh.
Toad.
He's got it in 3.
Oh, he's done it!
Well played.
And the other 2 were Bowser and Mario. Well done. Very well done.
Awesome.
That game was an
Oh.
excellent version of Mario.
That was
Just
a
to-
very,
just for the
very good
record.
game. And that was Indie in a Bottle.
Can-
Pete, you've got a game. I'm going to go to the Stinger. Stinger!
How do you feel, Pete? Feeling good? Apologies. I was away.
Heartbroken.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think about that.
Can we just confirm what the N64 expansion pack games were? Just,
I thought we had.
I didn't hear the answers, or I wasn't tuned out.
There he is probing again.
You leave my probing out of this. You didn't mind it before.
Perfect Dark was one of them, wasn't it?
Was
Majora's
Donkey Kong
Mask.
was Donkey
Majora's
Kong one?
Mask and Donkey
Yeah.
Kong 64. They were
Yeah.
3.
And what game is Pete playing? Did we say Vaccine? Was it?
Vaccine. So that is
Wow.
£2.24, down from
At
£8.99.
least it's only a couple of quid.
Yeah, and
And
at
it's
least I'm not
topical, it's
dating
topical.
pet animals.
Yeah, I expect some good screenshots from this one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You know what is a good game though?
Oh, sugar.
Oh, good segue.
Got lumps. What book game?
I think we've mentioned it already. Lonely Mountains Downhill from the wonderful people at Thunderful Publishing. We've still got some more to give away, right?
Certainly have. How many more?
So, 2.
Ooh.
2?
Double whammy, yeah.
Where'd the fourth one come from? Jesus.
just plucked it out. Well, let's give one more away now, shall we?
Let's do it.
Everybody in the chat, get ready.
Okay. The question is, Wii Sports Resort was the first Nintendo published game to use the Wii Motion Plus accessory.
Great
There
game.
were 3 games released before Wii Sports Resort that were compatible with Wii Motion Plus, 1 published by Sega and 2 published by EA Sports. Name one of those 3 games.
Go, go, go.
Go.
How'd you say it? Wii Sports Resort, man. What a fucking game.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't think I ever played it.
Great game. Oh, napping right in there. Was that one? Zelda crossbow training?
That's Nintendo.
No. Oh, we knew he was
Tennis.
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 Oh.
Tennis. True.
Red Steel,
Red
no.
Steel. Red Steel
Steel
was
was
a
a
launch
House of
Right.
the
title.
Dead, no. Boom Blocks, no.
Blocks. Keep guessing,
Jewelry
guys.
jelly,
Go
no.
on, you'll get there eventually. There weren't that many.
Skyward Sword, no. Bowling,
Bowling.
Bowling again.
no. Grand
God,
Slam
they're getting
tennis,
desperate.
no. You're close.
Published
So
by
close,
Sega.
guys.
Did you say one of them?
Yeah.
hmm
Published by Sega.
One
and
published by
EA.
Sega and EA.
Ping
2 of them
pong.
are EA.
No, it's not ping pong. It's not the
You
sport
can't
of
just
ping
name
pong.
Wii Sports
Question's a bit
Resort
too hard.
games,
It's
guys.
not Sega Fast Bass Fishing.
Bash fishing. Clue
It's
down.
different that.
Just for the
Bash
give him a
fisting.
clue. Just
Give him a yeah.
give him a
Subtle
clue for the
hint.
audio
Two of,
listeners.
two of them are tennis games, and one of them is fucking not. Yeah, Virtua Tennis 4. No, it's not Virtua Tennis 4. It is a Virtual Tennis. It's got a year
Go,
on it.
guys, go. Virtua Tennis insert number. Go, go, go.
Come on, any of the numbers. Any of the
Just
Virtua
spam
Tennis.
us with numbers.
It's
Come
a
on.
year. It's a year. Virtua Tennis at the end of it. The other one's a golf game. It's not Link's
No.
Boat. It's not Sega Golf.
Should be asking you a
Tennis
different
2013.
question at this
No,
point.
you need to go older. 2009. Yeah, Big Shot's got it. There we go. Virtua Tennis
Hey,
Big
2009.
Shot.
Well
in there
done,
with the
Big
20
Shot.
2009.
Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, disturbs. Just too late.
And the other two
Big
games.
shot. Send us a DM on Twitter.
Tiger Woods
claim your prize.
gave
So the Tiger
2009.
Woods PJ Tour 10 was one, and the other one was Grand Slam tennis.
Oh, well done, Big Shot.
Ah, all the sports.
Have we got one more game?
We've got one more. Should we give
We've
one
got
more
one
away?
more game.
Do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Come on then.
Ooh, give me a number from 1 to 5.
5.
2.
I'll take 2.
Right, thanks.
What did you say? 5?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I'll do fucking 5 then, Laurie. Jesus. Okay,
Go on, Andrew.
this is it might be here for a while. Operation Rainfall was the name of a fan campaign created to encourage Nintendo to localize and release 3 specific games for the Wii console in North America. Name 2 of those 3 games. So we need 2 games, please.
I know this. Come on. This is easy.
I missed the question. What was that?
I'm not fucking saying it.
How am I meant to
I was
win
gonna
if you
say.
don't tell me?
You can't win.
Oh,
Yes. Jewelry
Ooh,
jelly.
Jelly has got it. Yeah, there we go. Last Story and Xenoblade Chronicles.
G, motherfucking G.
disturbed.
Nice.
Just,
Jewelry
just a
Jelly gets the
second too late.
game.
You got all 3 as
Well
well,
done.
Disturbed. Well.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know
sorry
what?
for
I think-
Disturbed. He's absolutely killed him.
I just like the fact we've got like a load of audio listeners that are just frantically messaging us right now. Fucking hell. By the way, this is a repeat. This is not live anymore.
Disturbed, you've done so well. We will find a code for a different game to send your way. So drop us a DM on Twitter because I think you
Nice.
might have
He
got
did.
Grand
He was
Slam
in. He
tennis
was in
there.
pretty much
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
up for every single question. So it's
And all 3 of the last question you got, which is great.
I don't know, if he'd stopped typing after the first 2, you could have done it.
Yeah.
Don't want to rub
It's
that in or
true.
anything.
It's true.
oh,
Some
God.
feedback there for you.
So he's
The
got
Don't
a,
get too happy. though.
The
You know
bare
it's
minimum,
gonna-
and then go.
it's either going to be Vroom in the Night Sky or My Secret Pet. So
We've got a code for Super Eggman World.
You win some.
Right, guys, let's quickly jump headbutt the question block. So we reached it onto the Discord the other day and asked for some lovely questions from our community. Unfortunately, all we got was absolute filth.
Of course.
Scum Death Bastardo is also in the chat, or at least was a little while ago. One of my favourites, and I love this little thing. He said he's been stealing grass.
this was
brilliant.
He's been stealing grass tufts
Nicking grass.
from the field when he takes the dog out, and then taking them home and transplanting them into his garden because all he had was mud. So his question is, does this make him a criminal? And if you want to see a picture, there's a photo of his garden in progress. In the
I just really hope after this nobody grasses him up.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
Get out.
I think it
This
depends on
field-
the field.
Yeah,
Field.
is it privately owned or is it publicly owned field? Like,
I don't think that's going to really matter. He's stolen turf from
yeah,
from
but
somewhere.
you know,
Either an individual or the state. Like
The field.
we can forgive him if it's the state, though. To be fair,
Yeah, good point. At the moment,
Considering-
especially.
I don't understand though, because like stealing tufts of grass is quite an arduous, long process. Like grass seed you can get from like Wilco and just throw it on your
Not at
lawn
the
and you get
moment.
grass.
Mate, this guy doesn't give a fuck if you've seen him in our Discord. He's fucking awesome. He doesn't care. I like how at the end of it was almost like parentheses at the end of his question. He was just like, because all I had was mud. As if it was like justification for it.
I think he's fine. I think anyone who owns like tufts of grass would be like, "Well, you what? No, you're right, mate. You can have it."
Yeah, I think he's fine. He'll be okay. No grasses, no snitching.
Hey.
Hey.
So going down, another one from Scum Death is, if Destiny 2 came to Switch, would you play it? Probably not. I don't know anything about it really. What is?
It's really good. Destiny 2
yeah,
sound.
it's pretty good.
I liked
yeah.
it. I like the original. 2 built on a lot, and it's become a more complete game. It's free to play now, Andrew, isn't
free
it?
to play now, yeah.
Yeah, but there's still all the DLC and all that kind of stuff that you can buy. But yeah, my other half was absolutely crazy about Destiny. It's really good. I've played the first one as well. So, but I don't think it will ever come to Switch, unfortunately. I wish it would, but yeah.
But then again, I said the same about Overwatch, and that's a pretty like technical game.
True.
I don't think Destiny 2's too far away from it. Can't imagine. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's bigger world maps and stuff, isn't it? So I think the Switch might struggle with it a little bit compared to Overwatch.
I think the only thing it would struggle, well, I mean,
multiple enemies, lots of stuff on screen.
The Switch has sort of notoriously crap Wi-Fi, and that might be an issue with it. But it's all right with other games.
The multiplayer, the Nintendo multiplayer, would not sit well with Destiny. I don't think.
Yeah, you can't even visit people on Animal Crossing without it crashing and dropping out.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna run Destiny.
Yeah.
All right, a nice one to finish up on from Eamon. What's your go-to condiment? And now I want to just say, if you want to jump into our Discord, Eamon has put up a picture on Boxing Day. He went to his work with 2 different shoes on, and he's taken a photo of his shoes and stuck it in Discord.
That lad gives me life in the way that he operates in the week. He's absolutely buoyant in the chat. He's fantastic. I'm
a brown sauce guy. Brown sauce.
I like barbecue. Mate.
Grey poop on all the way, guys.
What?
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Hot pepper sauce, surely.
Yeah.
The
I was
best
gonna say
of
hot
all
sauce.
condiments.
Hot sauce on anything.
I'm not a fan of
HP fruity.
I'm not a fan of hot pepper sauce, and stop calling me Shirley.
Fuck's sake.
Hot sauce or English mustard. Just get the heat. Pack the heat.
Oh, Pete, that mustard. I got the Dijon one with the honey in it.
Oh,
That is beautiful stuff, that.
That's amazing.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Dijon,
It's very
man.
sweet. Sounds very sweet.
Oh, it's
Amazing.
incredible, especially slathered over a sausage. Like,
Oh, I.
Stop it,
Wow.
Daniel.
Okay.
Graphic.
There it is.
you know it.
That'll sting.
Well, time for my shower.
Yeah. Beautiful, gents. I think we should potentially wrap it up there. So if people are so inclined, Laurie, where can people find you on the internet?
At the Eggman 64.
Lovely. Andrew, yourself?
At Oddment84.
Ben, if they want the punishment of following you, where would they go?
At Benji Kong.
Daniel?
At Danny Ward 2707.
Mike?
Come
Try to
find
build
me.
those followers up.
Yeah, got to build them up. New account. Come re-follow me, I should say. At Kenny Press F.
And Pete, yourself?
At GQ Preacher.
And myself, I am at that Dr. Fact. And I would like to say that if you want to get more of this delicious content, you can hop over to the YouTube channel. Basically everything you want. So YouTube, Twitter, the website, Patreon, Instagram, Discord, Twitch is all at the Switch. Is the Switch Island. So type it in there and you will find us. I also want to thank all of our lovely patron backers. I believe everything's been frozen at the time, but thank you for continuing to support us. It's very much appreciated.
Oh my
Right,
God,
guys.
thank you so much.
I think it may be time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
There you go, episode
Bye.
50.
Episode 50.
Bye,
Here we go.
everyone.
Here's the 50 more.
Woo!
Get off your phone,
Giveaway
Ben.
codes.
Wave. Come on. Christ
Bye.
almighty. Come on, everyone, keep waving. Monday, Tuesday, happy days.
Come on,
Thursday,
guys,
Friday,
wave.
Happy days.
Let's go.
Smarty joking.
Still
there
fucking
somewhere.
going, so I'm going back from the intro onto them again. There we go. There we are. Still waving, Ben.
What a day. Come on, Ben.
Still
I'm
keep
I'm
waving.
just trying to get a message to Disturbed to send us a DM so we can give them a code.
Stop trying to DM
Just
people.
trying to be nice.
I like the fact that Pete's probably waving.
I am
Bye,
actually
everyone.
waving.
Let's go.